All right, welcome, everyone. My name is Nina Moore, and many of you know me as the Wellness Queen. Tonight, I am not just here as your presenter, but I am here as the visionary of a movement that's going to shift the way the world thinks about wellness and wealth. We want to invite you to what we like to call the Wellness Upgrade. And if you are new to this, if this is your first time or you are a guest, we want you to let us know in the comments if you are a guest and whose guest you are. We want to welcome you because you are the real VIPs. So I want to thank you for being here tonight on behalf of myself and all of our team and brand ambassadors, whether you're a guest or a team member or you're just patch curious. If you're just patch curious, go ahead and put some question marks in the comments and let us know that you are patch curious, but at the right time. I will tell you that I have spent years helping people heal physically, emotionally, and financially. And when I was introduced to this patch technology, I knew that it was not just another product, but it is divine alignment. I don't know about you, but I was looking for something. I was looking for something that was different because I was tired of all of the Me Too products that are on the market. Basically, I was tired of you got a coffee, I get a coffee. You get a vitamin, I get a vitamin. You get a detox, I get a detox. I was tired of the same thing over and over again, recycling the same people over and over again. But what I want you to do tonight is I want you to lean in, like physically lean in. And I want you to lean in because what you're about to hear could change everything. Everything from how you feel in your body to how you fund your future. Let me say that again. What you hear tonight could change everything about how you feel in your body and how you fund your future. And if you're someone who's been praying for purpose, for provision, or a plan, then this just might be the answer for you. Let's get into it because it's time to get well and wealthy. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oh, you know what? Hold on, you guys. Let me set one thing up before I share this screen. I do have to make sure I got the proper video sitting on my screen or we will not be able to get that started. All right. I am not the most tech savvy, but I try. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started and continue sending out the reminders to your guests. What we know is this. We know that in order for us to have something different, we've got to be able to do something different. But I'm going to tell you what I was looking for, a vision, right? I was looking for a vision. I was looking for a mission and a vision because I was tired of doing things the way we've been doing them before. I am here to build something generational. Finally, something that's legacy impact, legacy lineage, legacy income, right? Something that will transform the world because anything else is a simple waste of time. We're here for mission, vision, and values. Mission, vision, and values. Because what you've got to have if you want to have something different is something called disruptive technology because it's always changed the world and it always will. I want you to write that down in your notes if you're taking notes. Disruptive technology has always changed the world and it always will. Because what we've got to be able to do is solve big problems. When you can solve big problems, guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? We create big opportunities. Solve big problems, you create big opportunities. So the bigger the problems that we solve, the bigger the opportunity. So what I like to say tonight is this is not just a product. This is a disruption. And you want to write that down. This is not. These patches that we're wearing, it's not just a product. It is a disruption in the wellness and the network marketing or affiliate marketing, e-commerce, social selling. It's a disruption to the entire industry because what if I told you that wellness just evolved? The super patch isn't just another supplement. It's technology that speaks to the nervous system in real time. And so what we're going to show you is that we've got real big global wellness problems. And I am certain that every one of you on this Zoom right now, and whether you're watching it live or you're watching a replay, every single one of you knows at least one person that is suffering with all of these things, right? So you know somebody that's got high stress. You know someone that's got aches and pains. You know someone that's got a weak immune. You know someone who's having trouble losing weight. You know someone that's moody because maybe they're going through menopause or perimenopause, or they're in full-blown menopause, or they're going through andropause, which is menopause, or they're going through postpartum depression, or guess what? They just aren't loving life right now. Maybe they're going through grief. You know someone who's looking for some more natural, more holistic and clean products for their skin, their beauty. And we've got all of those current problems, and these are the current solutions to those problems. So the world is saying, we've got drugs for you. We've got over-the-counter products for you. You can go and have surgery. Well, you can exercise. You've got to change your lifestyle, which we know in turn will happen, Misha, when you feel better. See, when you feel better, Tedra, it's easy to change your lifestyle because you can move. So a person who's had trouble walking because they've been in pain, the moment that they're feeling better, guess what? Naturally, they're going to begin to what? Joy goes up, mood set goes up, weight comes down, because naturally all those things are happening. And guess what? There was no lifestyle change, right? But we know in order to solve those current problems, that these are the solutions. Go get an energy drink. Take a bunch of supplements. Go to therapy. Sometimes you just sit around thinking you're plumb crazy because you're not understanding what is going on, especially when those hormones begin to shift and change. Now, all of those weight loss solutions that you just saw come with very, very big challenges and with risks. And here are just a few of them. They're hard to use. You got to carry water around with you. You got to worry about whether you're going to go to the bathroom or not. There's a serious commitment because of the lifestyle change that's involved, right? It's very, very costly. Contraindications. We're talking about regulatory compliance. It's invasive. And many of you don't really want people to know that you're trying to do better, because guess what? When I was 300 pounds, I simply just felt ashamed. And I'm certain that's none of you. That's just my story. I remember when I didn't want to go to the gym because I didn't want to look a certain way. I didn't want to look like I could barely work out. I didn't want to look like I couldn't keep up with everyone else. I didn't have really nice workout clothes, which now I could care less what I'm wearing, right? But I didn't have workout clothes. And all of those things became an issue. But here's what we found out, what people really want and need. And guess what? This isn't random. Jay, our CEO, actually did the research by doing a questionnaire and interviewing multiple people to find out, well, what is it that you really want? Here's what people really want. They want to be able to lose weight with no diet change. They want to be able to get better with no lifestyle change. They want a product that's affordable. They want a product that if it's sitting around the house, they don't have to worry about whether their children are grabbing onto it. They want a product that's been tried and tested and proven. They want a product that's 100% drug free, because let's be clear, y'all. We see what's in the foods. We see what's in the beverages. We don't even know if it's safe to breathe these days. We want something that's safe. We want something with no side effects. Is there anybody listening to me right now that agrees that this is what people want? And if you agree that this is what people want, put a 1 in the comments right now. They want something with no big top on the list is no lifestyle change. And they want something that's what? Cost effective. If you believe that this is what people want, let me see a 1. Well, in order to have that, we can't continue to do things the way we used to do them, right? Because we all know that we cannot pour new wine into an old skin. We needed a new approach. It is time for a breakthrough. I told you, a disruption. No pills, no chemicals, no waiting, just results. This is the future, everyone, of biohacking, and we are leading the movement. What? We're not selling, we're shifting paradigms. And we want to welcome you to Super Patch, which is 100% drug-free. We've got more than 1 million customers, happy customers. It is FDA registered, which is major, quick and proven benefits. And that does vary depending on the severity of a person's issues. The patches will tell you, if you look at the back of the pack, give it up to 14 days to begin to work with you. See, that's not too long. We've got people that are on medicine, been on medicine for 25 years, and they're not healed yet. They're not healed yet. We've got a 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. So guess what? If it does not work for you and you've used it for 30 days, guess what? You get your money back. So guess what? There's no risk involved, right? And because there's no ingredients, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see something that's going to explain it better than me. Because what I could do is I could sit here and try to explain what is Super Patch. And I would tell you, oh, it's vibrotactile trigger technology. And you would not understand what any of that means. And I could tell you all of these big words. And I'm going to tell you this. As a mom and a glam mom, me being able to put the patches on our grandchildren. And guess what? My son is normally a little bit iffy about what the kids are going to use. He said, slap that patch on them. Slap that patch on them. They were here this weekend with runny noses. He said, slap that patch on them. He said, anything that's going to keep, he said, you said it's all natural, no ingredients. He said, put it on them. Anything that's going to keep them from getting sick. See, what I know is that it's safe, non-invasive, 100% drug-free. When I tell you it's a wellness solution for everyone, this is the true wellness upgrade. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to share with you that our vision and our mission is to have 1 million people patched. And I want you to write that down. 1 million people reached and patched, because this is not a hobby. It's not a hustle. It's a mission. We're building an army of 1 million patched individuals who are in a walking alignment, balance, and breakthrough, physically and financially. This is wellness for the world, and we're inviting you to be a part of something global and generational. We're not looking for sellers, not at all. We're raising up solution carriers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a 5-minute video that's going to explain this better than I can. And I want you to actively listen to this video and take notes so that you'll have a better understanding of what Super Patch is and how Super Patch works. Let's go ahead and play this video.
On average, it covers about 21 square feet. Bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight and contains 11 miles of blood vessels. I'm talking about the biggest organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Super Patch Company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate your body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happening. They're called ion channels, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Super Patch Company. This elegant and effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals. And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain. The Freedom Super Patch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours. Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs in our mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress, injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, the Super Patch Company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called Haptic Vibrotactile Trigger Technology, or VTT. Each super patch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as braille for the brain. And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the US economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM Super Patch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans, and studies show that balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer. Studies on the Liberty Super Patch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%. This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, the patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical free. No ingredients or supplements, and there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Super Patch, backed by research, proven by science.
And again, every time I watch that video, I get excited all over again. To think that our CEO, Jay, took $25 million of his own money. Let me say that one more time. He took $25 million of his own money to do the research to save his mother, because his mother was diagnosed with MS. And after his mother was diagnosed with MS and told that she had 2 years to live, he would not receive that report from the doctors. So he began to do extensive research, not just here in the United States, but overseas. And he realized that there was a huge correlation between the mind and the body. And we all know that the body follows the mind, right? Or at least it should. However, because our bodies are out of sync, oftentimes the signals that are supposed to go to our body, there's a misfire, a disconnect. And so if you were to touch the hot stove right now, you would feel that sensory of hot, but it doesn't come from your fingers. It stems from your brain sending a signal to your fingers to let it know that is hot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, same thing or same reason why people are saying, well, I just can't believe that that works. Well, I'm certain that there are all adults on this call right now, right? Since we're all adults, you know, you can get stimulated, physically stimulated, without actually having to be physically touched with a hand. Think about it, a kiss to the neck. A kiss to the neck sends a little flutter going through you. Can I get an amen? Can I get a whoop whoop? Right? And so that just lets you know that it's mind and body. But since you probably don't believe me, and you probably don't believe all of that research that was in the video, and you probably don't believe all of the slides that you've seen thus far, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Apopka, Florida, with my good friend, Dr. Nicole Bramwell, who's going to actually do a live stability test for you tonight on the video. And then she's going to talk to you a little bit as to why she's super excited about this neurotechnology, why she said yes, and why even as a doctor, does this have her so excited? And then we're going to go over to Orlando, Florida after that. Well, you know what, Dr. Bramwell? Let me go over to Orlando first because I want to give you a little more time. Let's go over to Orlando, Florida with Justin Jones and Miss Joyce over there. And I believe that they are still here. Justin, let me see. You should be able to unmute yourself. And I believe you're sitting there with Mama.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead and give us your testimony. Take it away.
All right, I'm gonna let Pastor go ahead. Go ahead, Mom.
Good evening. I am excited about this newfound patch that we have here. I haven't really been one to talk about a lot of things, but this has been a blessing to me. On June 6th of last year, I had a stroke, was in the hospital in rehab, and I won't go through details, but God is a good God. I came out on a walker. However, I still cannot walk and look at you at the same time. If I look to you, I would come to you. And I was going to the beauty salon, and you know, a lot of times people give you things and you really don't pay attention to them because they tell you, oh, well, you need to get this and you need to get that. So she began to put these patches on my neck when I would go to the beauty shop, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I stopped using the walker after being home a couple of weeks because it was cramping my style. So I said, I got to put this thing down and move forward. So I was going ahead without the walker, and she kept telling me, you know, other things are going to happen. You need to come to these meetings. Well, later Justin began to tell me that Nina was talking about these same patches. So I said, well, you need to really give me some because I think these things are kind of really working, because now instead of going with the flow, I could walk and turn my head at the same time and not go with the people. So, you know, I thought, okay, nobody but Jesus and these patches are helping out. So I was having some pains in my hands. Matter of fact, both of my third fingers, which of course this was ridiculous, but my third fingers would get stuck. So it would look like I was giving people a finger all the time because I couldn't get my finger to go down. And after doing the patches, I could ball up my fist, and I could do this a couple of weeks ago. So I'm saying, you know, I don't really have to sell the product because I'm a product of the the patches, you know. So I'm a living testimony. So when I talk to my friends, I tell them, when you know you got arthritis. My husband had arthritis terribly. And my husband is one of these people, if he get a splinter, we gotta go to bed, you know. And I'm like, you know, I cannot do this. So we got the patches, we gave him a patch. And on about 2 Sundays ago, he was preaching and he started moving like he was 17. And we used to always tease him and tell him that we were going to get a traveling podium because when he would go to church, he would be able to move, but then after church, he'd go back to being crippled. But since he's been wearing the patches, he be trying to dap and everything now because he feels so good. He's forgotten that he's supposed to have. He's forgotten that he's supposed to have all of these things that are wrong with him. So everybody that I talked to someone today, and I was telling her, she said she couldn't walk. I said, girl, you better get one of these patches. Now I wear a couple of them now, and because I don't pay attention to things that much, I couldn't tell you what they were called because my son always tell me what I'm putting on every morning. So I do know that I'm doing the Liberty and I think which freedom and victory. So
and then the weight loss.
now I'm on the weight loss because since I've been sick, I can't do a lot. So when you eat, you spread. So now I'm on that.
Wearing your heels again.
Oh yes, and you know I at one time, you know, I'm a heel girl. Always been wearing heels. You know, I've been wearing heels since I was young, and I couldn't wear my heels. I told everybody I was going to put them back on. So about a month now, I've been wearing my heels. And when I say my heels, I'm wearing my stilettos. I'm not wearing a little heel. I'm wearing my 3. I'm gonna go to my 4 pretty soon. But I don't want to give them, you know, my son and my husband, they be like, but you know, if you don't keep moving, you'll stand still. But I praise God and I praise the Lord for what He's doing. And these patches are the truth. If you got any pain anywhere, I guarantee you, it might not be today. It may take a little while, but for me, it was instantaneously that a lot of my pain left. Now, I'm not totally without pain. I have a little bit still, but me being able to put up my fist, even though I'm not gonna fight nobody, just knowing you can do it is great. So everybody, thank you for listening to me.
That's amazing.
But I just wanted to share because God is good. And when you start looking for something, you'll find what you need. God will lead and guide you. You know, I always tell people, people always say, well, you know, God is a healer. Yes, He is. And we know that He can do it instantaneously if He so desire. But He also had a doctor with Him, which was Luke. So therefore, if we didn't need to use anything, He wouldn't have had Luke as one of His disciples.
All right, amen.
All right, thank you.
Listen,
the pastor was getting ready to preach. It was okay.
She don't even preach this long. You hear me? She preached like 20 minutes and we done. Boy, she is excited about these things.
Wow. And I've never, now we've known each other for quite a while. I've never seen your mom want to even give a testimony about anything. So
right. Absolutely.
Everyone is lighting the chat up about Pastor Joyce, y'all. That's mama. All right. And she is feeling better and showing off. Talking about she wearing stilettos. Bye. Bye, mom. Bye. Look, she wearing stilettos. Thank you so much for your testimony. That's amazing. All right, now we're going to go ahead over to Apopka, Florida. I've already introduced you, Dr. Bramwell. Go ahead and take it away.
All right. Hello. That was so amazing. That testimonial is crazy. I won't even put on stilettos, so I'm scared of her. So I have my neighbor, and actually she's almost family because we've been living next to each other for over a couple of decades. So, but she didn't even know what I was volunteering her for. So her name is Carolyn, and what we're going to do is we're going to show the Liberty Patch, as Miss Joyce already, Pastor Joyce already led up to this. So that's this one that is, it's like turquoise color. All right, so what we're gonna do first is you're gonna turn sideways for me. Let's make sure you're on the camera.
She's on the camera, but back up a little bit, like take some steps.
Oh, this way.
There you go. Yup. Yeah, a
All
little.
right.
Yup, a little more. And then
Okay. And let me tilt this a little bit
Oh,
more.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You can see us. Okay, so I'm gonna have you put your hands like this. All right. And then I'm gonna try to pull you, and you're gonna resist me.
Okay.
Okay. You ready? All right.
You're strong.
I'm barely touching her, okay? I do have some muscles, but I'm barely.
I'm not little either.
All right, and now we're gonna put on the patch. And so Carolyn is a really good example because she is allergic to a lot of things, a lot of medicines and supplements and what have you. So, she's not able to take a lot of things. So I was so glad that she said yes to this volunteerism. And so here's the patch. We're going to put it on. This is our braille for our brain.
Braille for our brain. Okay.
All right. And then now we're going to do the same thing, Miss Carolyn. You put your hands back the way that they were, and I'm going to try to pull you. All right. Ready? You should see her face. Did you see her face? She's like,
whoa.
She is steady, and she doesn't have on any shoes. She has on socks on my laminate floor, and she is not moving.
And I'm not moving.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it off. So that I always like to tell people this is not a parlor trick. Okay, let's see, they stick pretty well. So let me do that, and we're gonna do the same thing, Miss Carolyn. Go back again, and ready? Right? I barely touched her and she moved. So let me tell you. So she asked me already before we got here, how long can she wear it? I said, you can have it. It's yours. You get to wear it for 24 hours. Yeah. So let me tell you from my standpoint as a doctor, you could have a seat, Miss Carolyn. Thank you so much. We give her claps, but I am so excited about these because, I'm a doctor, right? So I was trained to give medicines and what have you. This is no medicine, and it's using the circuitry that your body already has in place. We're just having problems because they're out of balance. They're out of whack. They're not firing correctly, right? I don't know. I have an older model Mercedes. And so if any of you have any of those, they have those electrical things, and they have electrical problems as they get older, right? And so you got a short, your window won't go down, it won't go up. Same thing happens to our body. Certain things won't work properly. You can't move properly. If you can make somebody's balance alone better, you have basically taken care of 60%, 70% of what's going on with them. Because guess what? It will even affect your weight because now your posture is better. You are engaging more muscles. You can burn fat better. And then we're going to add the kick it so that you can kick those the cravings for the sweetness. And you're going to put Ignite on, and it's going to help you burn even more 500 calories, right, per day, right? So this is pretty intense. It's non-invasive. Okay, so nobody's injecting you with anything, right? Nobody's telling you it's not even invasive by your mouth because you're not taking anything, right? You don't have to schedule anything. You just wake up and you put it on. It's as easy as putting on a Band-Aid, although sometimes Band-Aids can get kind of complicated because they have those two sides, right? But this is even more simple than that. Put that on. She has a lot of allergies. She doesn't have to worry about anything interacting with medicines. no, she has food allergies. Nothing's going to happen because it's just going to communicate with her brain. I am excited about being able to offer this to people. And I am even more excited. I don't know when they're coming out, but I am so anxious for those new patches to come out because my target people are my people with the pre-diabetes and diabetes. And when that hemoglobin A1C hits, you better look out for Dr. Nicole Bramwell because I am coming through like a freight train with that because that is ruining people's lives, their functionality, all the nerve pain. Can you imagine once their hemoglobin A1C is under control, all that nerve pain actually gets better. All that neuropathy, people can't feel where they're walking and what have you. But guess what? We can help them even before that because even people that have those issues, if they use the Liberty patch, they're going to have actually improvement in that. And then also the freedom, being able to affect that pain. So giving people relief is just amazing, and being able to help people heal with something that's already in place. God already put it in place. Pastor Joyce was going on. I thought she was going to go ahead and do the sermon, but but this is amazing. And so don't talk to everybody, patch as many people as you can, because once they see it, as Miss Nina said, they can't unsee it. Once somebody else hears it, they can't really unhear what you're talking about. And the technology is amazing. You don't have to use any big words. I haven't used not one big word yet. And you don't need to. You just need to show people what it can do and show them what it can do for their life. Not only will it increase their balance, but they can walk across the floor. And I'll tell you that my mother-in-law actually patched her, and I left some patches with her until we can get her some more. And she told me she was leaving her cane. She kept forgetting her cane to take it with her because she was walking more steadily. And so that's pretty amazing. It changes people's lives almost actually instantaneously. It changes people's lives, and it gets better as we go longer. So Ms. Nina.
Dr. Bramwell, before you go, because this really almost brings me to tears. Like I can't even imagine what this is going to do for Miss Carolyn, and we see what it's doing for Pastor Joyce. And you know, because I'm very close to their family, I know what was going on. Like I watched the trend. You know, I watched last year as they were sitting in the hospital, and you know, and we're watching, and we're not making any medical claims. We're simply just giving you the testimonies because we've been testing the product now for 60 days. And just as a doctor, when you see, because we've got so many testimonies, I mean, from the 8-year-olds that are, you know, that are autistic with ADHD, who you saw it, you saw the proof that their medical providers put in his files. This child is no longer using the prescribed medications. He's using a non-medicated patch. You're seeing people with tremors. The tremors stop. You're seeing people on our team who are former NFL players who are patching the young boys at football, Dr. Tamara Dunn and Dr. Ray Dunn and, you know, and Sharita, and they're all patching the football teams. And you're seeing people who had a cane, who they're walking without a cane. And I mean, when have you ever seen this in medicine before?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Never. And I was a pediatrician in a former life. If I had this when I was taking care of kids, all that medicine, that trial and error, Ritalin, and then methylphenidate, and then Vyvanse, and then, oh, they can't sleep, oh, they're awake, oh, their behavior's this, their behavior's that, they're depressed, they're anxious. I mean, I've had to actually Baker Act a teenager because of depression and anxiety, like so many things, how we can help. And how much better can somebody reach their potential if we solve these problems and they're immediate, and we're not adding any side effects, we're not adding any complications, no likelihood of complication, only for things to get better. I've never seen this. This is miraculous, definitely. And as Ms. Joyce said, yes, God used the scientist, used the doctor. So this is really, really good. And our doctor panel, my goodness, our whole advisory board, our doctors. Let me tell you, if the doctors are grabbing on, and we're slow to because of how we were trained, if the doctors are grabbing onto this, everyone should get a clue that this is really, really important and just revolutionary, just and life changing. I mean, we're really, really on the heels of like healing millions and millions of people.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your testimony. Thank you for your demonstration, your live demonstration, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. So listen, you've watched the video, you've heard from the doctor, you've seen a demonstration. I really don't know what more we need to tell you or show you, right? You've seen the scientific information about it. There's a 30-day guarantee on it. We told you this is a disruption. It is not a product. We told you this is a mission and a movement for us to now 1 million people patched. We're telling you there's simplicity scales. This is duplicatable. It's duplicable, right? No ingredients, no side effects, safe for kids, safe for elders, expecting moms, nursing moms. You wear it, you feel it, you share it. I want you to write that down. You wear it, you feel it, you share it. What do you do? What do? I join. You wear it, you feel it, you share it. You go patch somebody. That's it. Literally, the results speak louder than words, and the stories will travel fast. This is how we scale, because when a product works this fast, it spreads like wildfire. You wear it, you feel it, you share it. Duplication isn't built on hype. It's built on undeniable proof. What we just shared with you this evening is undeniable proof. So what I am going to do, though, because I do know that we have a lot of people that want to purchase patches, we want to at least tell you, where is my, hold on one second. I want to make sure that I put it up. We do want to at least share with you, what the different patches are, so that you have a knowledge to all of our people who want to be a customer. We're going to show you the patches. All right. Let me open this back up. Thank you all for still letting people in. We still got people, tons of people that have been coming in. And we saw all of this on the video. You saw all of this information on the video. And you heard Dr. Bramwell say the entire advisory board are all doctors. Let's talk about these patches real quick. Freedom is for pain. If you are a guest, please, this is the moment that you need to listen to, and we will also give you a graphic that explains every patch and what we like to call our cocktail combo sheet, right? Which tells you which patches work best together. Freedom is for pain. Victory is for working out, for pre-workout, and for recovery. Also will help with stability, but Victory helps you with stamina and performance enhancement while walking and or working out. All right. This will also work like Liberty, but this is more so for when you're being active. Liberty is for balance and stability. Ignite is great for weight loss, because what Ignite does is burns 500 calories at a resting state, which means no lifestyle change. However, we do encourage that you move your body, because if you don't move your body, you will lose your body. But if you don't, Ignite will help to at least burn 500 calories. Joy is for exactly what it says it's for. Joy is going to keep you happy, make you happy. If you're dealing with grief or sadness or depression, Joy is the patch for you. And it is paired very well with Peace if you are a person that has anxiety and stress. All right. So if you're dealing with anxiety, stress eating, Peace is also a great patch to add with your Ignite and your Kick It. All right. Peace is a great patch to add with Ignite and Kick It. REM is our sleep patch. REM is the only patch out of all of our patches that you will wear for up to 12 hours. You wear that one at night. You can shower in our patches. Every other patch you can wear for 24 hours, and each pack of patches will be a 1-month supply. Kick It will help you kick any cravings that you have. Caffeine, sugar, nicotine, whatever the cravings or the addictions that you have, Kick It is the patch that will help you with that. Rocket is sexual enhancement for men and women. Under the age of 30, you should see a difference in your first 3 days. Over the age of 30, about 2 weeks in. And over the age of 50, about 3 weeks in. But it will still beat you using that little pill that is not good for your heart. Focus is exactly that. If you're dealing with extreme bouts of you can't focus, like our 11-year-old daughter can't focus, we use the focus patch every single day. ADHD, ADD, or you just have trouble focusing, Focus is the one for you. Defend will boost your immune system, and Lumi is our beauty patch. So for those of you that have skin issues, or you just want to enhance your beauty and you want to age backwards and stay looking young, then Lumi is for you. Our boost patch launched November 2024, and I wear the boost patch every single day. It gives you a very different kind of energy. So how big is the market? It's huge, you guys. You could pick one thing, one problem that you want to solve, and you could make millions. Millions. I want you to think big. Think 7-figure big. Stop thinking small, because we ain't playing small no more, all right? Because you could, like I say, choose one area and you could monopolize your entire city, your entire area, because competition is for losers. And with Super Patch, there is no competition. So for our customers, for those of you that are saying, all right, I want these patches, you're going to get 25% off of your first order. So order a lot. Don't just order one pack of patches. I am telling you that a lot of them work together. And don't give up. After you try a few patches and you're saying, oh, I don't know, there's going to be different combinations that are going to work for different people, right? My mom used to say to me growing up, different strokes for different folks. So you just don't know. Let us make sure we are finding a good combination for you. All right, you guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to run back to the person that invited you here, get their link, and become their customer. You will also earn shopping credits where you could get your patches for free, because for every person that you refer, you will earn a $30 shopping credit. Now, there are some of you that are on this line that are saying, okay, well, wait a minute. I think I want to join the team. Like, I know some people that want to feel like Miss Carolyn, and they want to feel like Pastor Joyce, and they want to feel like all of these testimonies that you're beginning to see all over the place. If you've been looking for a sign, and guess what? This is it. Whether you're here for healing, for income, or for impact, there's room for you. But timing matters. This is our launch month. Timing matters. We're not waiting. We are moving. The question is, are you ready to get patched and paid? So what you need to do if you're looking at the business side of this is pick a pack. We've got packs that start at you could customize a pack, or you could choose a $300 pack, a $500 pack, a $600 pack. I like the $12.99 pack. It comes with 40 packs of patches. You can customize that pack, which is what I love. And I remember I picked like 7 of this and 7 of that and 5 of that and 4 of this and 3 of this and 2 of that, based on the patches that I already had in stock. Because I don't ever want to be without the patches. But if you choose to retail that pack, once you get it, you can make a $1,300 profit, anywhere from $1,300 to $1,600 profit. So make sure you get back to the person that invited you here, get their link, and choose become an associate. If you're looking to purchase, you're going to choose shop. If you're looking to become a brand ambassador, you're going to choose become an associate from the link that you get. So grab your starter pack tonight. Position yourself in the movement, the 1 million movement. Don't wait for perfect. Partner with purpose. Don't wait for perfect. Partner with purpose. Let's get you patched and paid. We want to welcome you to the future of wellness. I am aligned with purpose. This is my affirmations, you all. And you can say it out loud with me. I am aligned with purpose. I am a solution in the earth. I am a part of a global wellness movement. I walk in divine health and supernatural favor and unstoppable faith. Say it loud. I walk in divine health, supernatural favor, and unstoppable faith. I am called to impact. I'm equipped to lead and anointed to build. The vision is clear and the mission is now. The vision is clear. The mission is now. I declare I'm patched. I'm paid. I'm powerful. I don't see enough lips moving. I declare I'm patched. I'm paid. I'm powerful. Right now, let's rise. Let's reign and let's run this mission together. We want to unofficially welcome you to the team. We don't want to just see you from the top. We want to see you at the top. We want to say good night and God bless you all. Get started now.